Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another powerful, emotional, and life changing episode of Real Life Talk Podcast. I am your host, Austin Emeson, and I'm truly honored to have you joining us tonight for another honest and meaningful conversation. This is not just another conversation. This is where real people talk about real struggles, real emotions, real experiences, and real solutions. And let me make this very clear from the beginning. This is not a religious debate. This is not politics. This is not controversy. This is simply pure, honest, open, and genuine conversation about life. And I mean real life talk. Tonight, we are talking about people many admire for being strong. And really, you know, people rarely ask if such people are okay inside, but they just admire them for being strong. Tonight's topic is deep. I mean, very, very deep. Tonight's topic is deep, very deep, because behind many smiling faces are people carrying silent burdens nobody sees. The eldest child silently sacrificing dreams just to help the family survive. The husband carrying pressure he never talks about because everybody depends on him to stay strong. The wife holding the home, the emotions, the children, and everybody else together while slowly becoming emotionally exhausted herself. The breadwinner losing sleep at night, trying to figure out how to keep everybody okay. The provider smiling outside while silently drowning in stress inside. The boss carrying the burden of an entire company, trying to protect employees while secretly battling overwhelming pressure alone. The hardworking staff member drowning in endless workloads, deadlines, and expectations, yet still being told to do more. The employee emotionally exhausted because the company demands so much, but nobody ever asks if they are mentally okay. Also, the strong friend everybody runs to for comfort, advice, and support, but nobody checks on them in return. The person always saving everybody else while quietly falling apart behind closed doors. These are the people many admire for being strong, while nobody notices they are silently breaking inside. And the painful truth is this: people depend so much on the strong one that nobody notices when that person is tired, emotionally exhausted, mentally drained, or silently suffering. And sometimes the world only realizes how heavy their burden was after they break down. Tonight's topic is: who checks on the strong one? Who checks on the strong one? The hidden burden of people everyone depends on. And tonight's conversation is going to touch hearts, heal emotions, and open eyes. And as always, I am not alone tonight. Joining me is our amazing regular co host, a medical doctor, which I believe most of you already know. Please help me welcome Dr. Raygene Manuel. Doc,
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. Welcome to another segment of Real Life Talk podcast.
okay. Uh, Doc, how was your day?
Yeah, it's great so far. So good, and I'm so excited for the next 60 minutes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm also excited because I'm prepared to learn. Yeah, I believe our viewers tonight are also prepared to learn. Okay. So I appreciate you, Doc. Thank you so much. You are always here every Wednesday, every Thursday.
Every
Sorry.
Thursday.
Thank you. And okay. Also, uh, tonight we are honored to have an incredible special guest
Yeah.
joining us all the way from California, USA. She is a veteran, transformational leader, visionary, mentor, and community advocate with more than 15 years of experience in government and non-profit leadership. She's been a friend for so many years now. She is deeply passionate about leadership, ministry, community impact, personal growth, and empowering people to walk boldly in purpose and identity. Her life, experience, wisdom, and voice continue to inspire and impact lives across different communities and platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to Real Life Talk Podcast, Latangela Rogers. Uh, there you are.
Good morning. Good morning. It's 4:10 a.m. here.
Yeah, this is 7:10 p.m. and that is for 10 a.m. We really appreciate you, woman of God. By the way, she's a woman of God. Okay, we we appreciate you for joining us today. I know it's not easy to wake up so early, but we are glad you are with us today.
Yes. Thank you for having me. It's such an honor to be present with you this morning. So thank you so much. I'm looking forward to the real talk.
Yeah, real talk. Real talk.
Right.
Okay. Let me start with you, our special guest. Let me start with you before we dive into tonight's topic.
Okay.
Many people may hear your name for the first time tonight, and we would love for them to know the woman behind the name, you know. So let me ask you, who is, by the way, I don't know if I pronounced the name correctly, Latangela, right? Am I
Yeah.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Angela.
So let me begin. Let me ask you, who is Latangela Rogers? And when people hear your name, what is the first thing you hope comes to their minds?
Well, I hope they are inspired. That's the first thing. I hope.
Yeah.
Because that's truly who I am as an individual. I love to inspire and empower people, especially women, because
Mm,
it is not easy for women. It's not easy for women in corporate. It's not easy for women in their homes. It's not easy for women in ministry. It's not easy being a woman. So the first thing that I do is try to make sure that I'm inspiring people every day that I wake up. Um, I talk to Pastor Emerson quite often about a lot of my personal struggles, in terms of like work or ministry. But at the end of the day, I know that I'm still touching lives, even if it's not to the capacity that I would desire sometimes. But I know that things are a process. I am the firstborn. So, when you're the firstborn, you have a lot of responsibilities. So, that
True.
too is Latangela. So, being the firstborn is a challenging sometimes, it's pressure sometimes. However, I make it through. I consider myself very successful in my career. I've been in government, like the bio said, for over 15 years. So I've seen a lot of craziness. So that's another aspect and component of me. Also, I'm a military veteran.
Wow.
So that is another component of myself. So I have different facets of myself, but I'm one person. I've been in part of ministry since I was 19 years old. Um, and I think that's the part that I'm I'm still developing. I'm still developing. I have not arrived,
Mm,
but it's still a part of my life. No matter how much I want to escape it and not want to pay attention to it, it keeps knocking at my door. Like, hello, are you going to come to the place that I'm asking you to come? So that's just a part, another part of me. But in the midst of it all, I'm very compassionate about people. I'm compassionate, even I'm becoming more compassionate about my own self, because sometimes we can forget about our own self because we're concerned and caring for other people. So I'm
mm.
becoming compassionate about my own self, empathetic about my own self, and so that I can be healthy for others to continue carrying on the assignment and the journey that God has given to me.
Wow. 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 That's powerful. And honestly, authenticity is something the world desperately needs today. I'm just so glad, of your authenticity. I really appreciate that. Okay. Again, Latangela, your journey is inspiring. You said you are a lot of things, but you are still yourself. A
Yeah.
lot of things in one person,
Yes.
and you with your experience in the military experience, also in ministry, in the government, in the corporate world. Your journey is inspiring, and your journey is really inspiring because many people see strength on the outside, but they don't always know the battles people fight internally. You know, so let me ask you this: have you ever gone through a season where everybody depended on you, but nobody noticed you were emotionally struggling too?
Hmm. Yeah. Of course.
Can you tell us a little?
Yeah. Um, you can be right in the midst of people and be broken. You can be mentally exhausted, um, in the middle of still while still trying to press your way through to help individuals. And for a while, it can go unnoticeable. And when I say unnoticeable, like you can disguise it, you can mask it pretty well. So you go out, you do your service to people, you help people when they call upon you, You give advice to people. You can prophesy to people. You can do all of these things while still broken. And people just carry on until it shows up in your life in a way maybe unexpected. It can show up through illness.
Yeah.
Um, uh, After a while, what's buried deep inside of you will start coming out some way. You can have a mental health breakdown, where you can start lashing out at people. That's signs that something is deeply wrong or troubling you. The weight is too much. And I was step out to say, like, sometimes we carry weight that God has asking us to release, but we don't release. We just take it on our own strength. And that's where it starts coming out emotionally. So for me personally, there are a lot of times where I have carried weight, and I can disguise it very well when I come into my personal home. That's where I break down, where nobody knows. So many people are asking a lot of me in terms of advice or direction. Work is demanding for me, but they're talking to me, and then all of a sudden I'm like, enough is enough. Like, I can't do it. So then everybody's like, what's going on with her? What's happening? Why she's doing this to us? What's going on? And it's like, hey, you didn't realize that I have been struggling this whole time. Some of us don't know how to properly verbalize that we are broken. We cannot carry anymore. Is everybody just keeps piling on. I need you to do this. Can you help me with this? Oh, this is happening. And you're trying to resolve issues instead of learning how to let go and let God take care of his people. Because is what do you call it? I would call it a savior's syndrome. That's what I call it. Savior's syndrome. That means you want to save everybody else but yourself. So I have experience in that. I would say the last 3 months, from January until the end, about almost the end of this month, I for 3 months, the doctors couldn't figure out why I was sick, why I kept being ill. I would go to the emergency hospital, and they would take tests. They were taking tests and taking tests, and they would say, we can't find anything. There's nothing. Like, they would do internal tests, nothing. We can't find anything. And I just had to attribute it to, that is my body saying, you have carried too much for so long.
Mm,
I need to sound the alarm to tell you, you have to sit down. You have to not take on any extra things. And it caused
mm,
me to slow down in such a way that it was a lot of pain in my body. And I was like, what's going on? But it was like debilitating, not being able to really be mobile. So that was a sign to me that says, you have to change your life.
mm.
You have to
Wow.
change it. Mhm.
Woo. This is good.
Yeah.
Wow. So, in other words, what you're saying is that uh, it's not right for people to carry too much because you could be sick and not even know why you are sick.
Exactly.
You know, and no, no amount of medicine can solve the problem except you sit down and take a break.
Yes.
You take a break to
Mhm.
recover, or else you will continue getting sick. Anyway, uh,
Mhm.
like I said, I don't want to, because I know something about people. A lot of people get sick. They keep on saying, this is spiritual attack. Now, like I said, this is not a religious discussion, but these are things we see people do. People will say, it's spiritual. Some people will cast demon out. Some people will say, pray for me, pray for me, pray for me. Some will keep on going to the hospital. They say they don't know what is wrong with them. not knowing nothing is actually wrong. What is wrong is that they are carrying
Yeah.
so much,
Mm-hmm.
so much, like a few years ago, I think about 2 years ago, doctora reached out and talked with me about mental health. She said it's a burden that God put in her mind, to start going around, educating people, for people to realize that mental people can be sick mentally. Mental health is really something that many people lack knowledge of. So I really appreciate this. I'm glad you are our guest today, so that we can hear more because it's gonna help us a lot. Well, I believe some of our
Uh-oh.
Uh,
I think
I
he went
think
frozen.
there's some. I think there's something wrong with Pastor Ad's signal, but in relation to what you said earlier, Latangela, I remember one incident when I attended the funeral of a friend, and then her daughter spoke in front
okay,
of
I don't know.
people. Yeah, Pastor Eddie. Her daughter. I was telling Latangela about one incident
Mm.
before praying. I attended the funeral of a friend who died, and her daughter told the people there that my mother uh, my mother carried the burdens of so many people. She always, because her mother was also a doctor, uh, she attended to the needs of so many people. She forgot to take care of herself. And
Mm,
she died at an early age because of a sickness. And I was really touched with what she said, that she had been so very busy taking care of other people's needs that she forgot to take care of
to
herself.
take care of herself. Oh
Mhm.
my. Oh, a lot of people are struggling with that, and I think it's time we start creating awareness so that people will really understand that it is important to take care of yourself. And when we talk about taking care of yourself, it's not going to the mall and buy things and eat. No, we are talking about taking rest. No matter what you do, create time to rest, take a break. Like
Yeah.
a few days ago, I was just traveling. Then yesterday, I broke down. I was having body pain all over my body. But I slept last night, woke up this morning after the our morning prayers. I went back to sleep. I didn't go out today. I went back to sleep. Then when I slept for some hours and woke up, I felt good. You know, you see, people think, yeah, I know. Anyway, uh, I know people think, you just keep hustling. They forget that the body is not plywood. Even plywood breaks.
Mhm.
Even plywood breaks. So there should be time to rest, no matter how hard we work. I know, like we talk about responsibilities. Anyway, let me ask you another question. Uh, as a veteran, a leader, and someone who has carried great responsibility, like you have spoken about carrying, responsibilities, not just in your place of work, even in the family, and many, you know, also in the church, in the ministry, and
Mhm.
any other areas of life. As a veteran, as a leader, as someone who has carried great responsibility, how do you personally handle pressure without losing yourself emotionally and mentally?
Mm. Uh, I have I I have to have a good circle of people. I have a very small circle of people, but good. counsel around me. That's first of all. Um, Therapy. I believe in therapy. I believe that in order to survive this world, you need to talk to someone outside of your circle, someone that doesn't know you, that can give you an unbiased opinion, because they don't know you. So, um, talking to a counselor or therapist can help tremendously. And it can help you unpack the reason why certain things are transpiring or happening in your life. So, like the doctor, I'm very big on mental health awareness and making sure that we're staying intact. Especially now, there's so much global pressure,
Mm,
um, with economic situations. People who are used to having are not having as much as they did. So I know here in the US, that's pressure to see people who have been thriving are now struggling, and that is causing mental health issues, that we're seeing spreading at a rapid rate. We're getting too much information. Like, I really had to put myself on an information break, because it's too much social media, it's too much news, it's too much, like I work in government, it's too much happening with governmental issues, political issues, and so, I I believe therapy. I have to keep counsel, wise counsel around. Um, and I will say, it's not easy, because so a lot of times I'll call even Pastor Emerson. He's a trusted person that I'll call and say, "Oh, I'm just having a problem. I can't take this anymore. This is just getting crazy. What do you recommend that I do? I just can't do this." But again, just being your honest self,
Yeah.
and letting people really see that you're really struggling, you're having an issue, because if you don't, something will click inside of you that you probably cannot return from.
mm,
And so I've seen it happen, um, maybe generational, or to other people that maybe they call me for assistance or help, and I'm like, whoa, this person just flipped out. And you're like, I can't believe that that happened to this individual who is so strong, who was
mm,
well put together. You see them, they're dressed so nice, they're fine, hair, makeup, suits and ties or whatever, and then all of a sudden they're no more. They're gone,
mm,
you know? And you're like, what happened to that person? That person, you find out that person was under pressure,
mm,
mental health gone. And so for myself, I just have to keep surrounded, and I've learned to start opening up, because I haven't always been a person to open up. So I'm opening up now, and learning how to just say, I don't like that, or I can't do it, and saying no more. A lot of times too, we want to be accepted by people. So we say yes, yes, yes all the time. All the time we're saying yes to people. But we really should be saying no, no, I'm sorry, no. You should give more no's than you give yeses, because your yes costs you. So I'm learning to also say no more. I can't do it. Sorry. It's just not in my capacity. I'm overcapacitated. So I'm sorry.
mm.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, the way to handle pressure without losing your self emotionally and mentally is by, you know, opening up, not pretending. You have to open up. You have to open up. Doc, do you have anything to say about that?
Yeah. Uh, I just realized that really it's very important to set boundaries, especially if you have that what you called earlier as the savior syndrome. Actually, that it's the second time that I heard about it, because uh, somebody told me also that she had savior's mindset, but deep
Mm,
inside she's breaking. She's having
mm,
so many mental health challenges, but she just felt like she is needed by everybody around her, needed by her friends, needed by her family. She's trying to do all the best, that her best to help, but deep inside she's breaking.
breaking.
So it's important to really learn how to say no, and
Mm,
yeah, acknowledge your limitations.
yes. So there are two things I learned from there. Learn how to say no when you know you cannot. You don't have to
Yeah,
force yourself to just to please, or just because then you accept it and it become a heavy burden that you cannot carry. You know, we have to learn how to say no, and we have to learn to open up,
yeah,
open up to the right people, the right people around us, not everybody actually, but to the right people that we feel comfortable with.
yeah,
Open up, tell the person, I'm breaking, I'm breaking, this is too heavy on me, I need some help. Or you, like our guest said, you go to a counselor to be counseled. You need to open up. You know, these are ways uh, we can help ourselves. And also how we can handle pressure without losing ourselves emotionally and mentally. Okay, I'm going to ask two more questions, then I will allow Doctora to, ask and also add some few things. I'm going to ask some few more questions. By the way, I have to, shout out to some of our viewers, those who are commenting. Madeline, watching all the way from Malita, Davao Occidental. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. And and we have Liu Galange watching Paning. Okay, Cha Manuel, Renzi, Onyeka, and many others. So those of you watching, please comment so that we can recognize you, and also share this video, share this live stream so that others can also learn a wonderful episode. I think we've discussed some important points, but we haven't really talk so deep and so what do you call it, Doc, like I like the
Into
way she really, say it from the heart. You can really feel it.
yeah.
This is authentic.
That's true.
Actually, this is what we need.
Indeed.
This is what we need. Okay, and uh, what are some silent emotional battles that providers, leaders, parents, breadwinners, and even hardworking employees go through that people rarely notice?
rarely notice. Hmm.
You get the question?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay. While you're thinking, one of our okay, we have an audience here. We have a comment that says, it's also one of my problems to say no to people.
Yeah.
Sometimes they think I'm okay all the time, although I am learning to say no, but still struggling on that part.
Hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
Um, See, silent emotional could be, people can see that you might be confident on the outside, but in the inside, internally, you question your confidence. You question your ability, that you're not enough, you know, or that you need to do more. You need to succeed more, more, more. Some people are addicted to success. That's one other way you can know that someone is broken is when they rely a lot on their success of in their work. They're overworking themselves. That could be a sign. Like you have to prove something to people, but that's an internal thing. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. So when you start to heal, you'll start to realize that you'll let go all of those things. They become no more a factor. Some people hide behind their success. Um, some people hide behind even their relationship, maybe their marriage. You can see their put their marriage on a pedestal, but internally, they're really struggling. you know but you can't see it on the outside again until finally things erupt, and then you'll say, oh, I thought this couple was so
We're we're happy.
well and perfect, and then all of a sudden now they're no more. you know we're seeing it happen. We saw that happen during the pandemic. Many people divorced, like the people that you thought had successful marriages. Now you have to be in the house with one another all the time. No, there's no breaks. And then all of a sudden, no, you can't deal with each other. So
Mm,
divorce for in the US was very high, because people
wow.
just really had to deal with their personal selves amongst each other. And you figure, I don't get along with people the way that I thought that I got along with people. Um, So, other internal issues is you might hear voices talking to you, telling you things that are contrary to the truth. You know, what is your truth? Um, and really not knowing where you're going. You don't have a vision. That's the internal. So it might keep you in cycles. And you can notice the cycles and the patterns that show up in your life. I always highly recommend people to journal your life daily. If you journal your life daily, however you might voice record it, you might write it down in a journal, you might have a notepad, however you choose to do it, you record yourself. You can then begin to understand your cycles, and you will be able, when you some people are addicted to shopping. So internally, whatever is driving you that's negatively impacting you will make you just go spend money for no reason. And you're like, why? I don't even need this. Why am I doing this? So these are different things that you could start realizing about yourself. Um, for me, it really was not opening it up. So anger, you know, internally, just that anger, and then it just starts coming out from nowhere. Just one thing, because you're used to being the nice person all the time. Now you're no more. It's like that anger just don't want to stay inside anymore. So you're saying any little thing, I will not let you do this to me anymore. I will not. So
Mm,
then people are like, what am I doing to you? But honestly, they might be just getting the backlash from what other people or other things have done to you that you have internalized, right?
mm, wow. We have Joanne Nunes joining us, and she said, "Me as an eldest child, the breadwinner, as well as a solo parent, it is really true that sometimes people think I am very strong. It's really hard. Kasi, I know I'm not strong, just forcing myself to be one."
Mhm.
Hmm. So you can see that today's topic is really, 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 really good, because I think this is good. It's gonna help us a lot of us to learn how to handle ourselves, especially when we are pressured or when we are carrying certain burdens. This is good. Okay. Okay. My last question before, because our time is fast spent. So my last question, then I will give the chance to Doc. Maybe she have some few questions to ask. Have there ever been moments in your life where you felt emotionally tired while still trying to stay strong for everybody else?
Hmm. Yeah, this last year I was emotionally spent. Like I just couldn't take it anymore. Um, and that, like I said, that's where I really began to take start taking risks for myself, like just saying I just can't do it anymore. I can't. Um, and I also learned how to begin to open up, communicate, because and I started having conversations even within my family, saying this is how I've been feeling, you know. If something has to change, because I'm like drifting away and nobody's
Mm,
caring that I'm drifting away, you know. Um, when you help people for so long, you will you will hit a brick wall that makes you just say, I can no longer live life like this. And so I had to start learning how to take care of myself. So I do the simple things, like I will go and get a massage. I don't miss my massages. If I
so massage is good.
miss, go get a
Massage is
massage.
good.
Get rid of all the tension in your body. Relax your mind. So I started finding ways to relax. In my home, I have a favorite space. And the upstairs of my home, it's a little loft. It has a TV and two couches. And I just sit there and it's quiet. And it's peaceful. So that's where I'm at right now. It's my favorite space.
Okay.
Okay. It's
You are
quiet.
in the peaceful. You are in
I'm
the
in the
peaceful
peaceful.
spot.
I'm in the peaceful spot. If you call me and say, "Hey, Latangela, what you doing?" Oh, I'm in my loft. I'm sitting in my loft. You know. Um. So I have to find ways to just, if I don't have to drive anywhere, I won't drive, because I'm driving all the time I'm driving. So rest is good for the body. Rest is good for the mind. Rest is good for the soul. We have to learn how to rest. We have to learn how to rest. So I started a women's retreat that happens every fourth week of the month, just to allow people. I open up my personal home for to allow women to come and
Oh.
just rest. You don't do anything but rest. You can't have your cell phones. You can't, all of these things that keep us distracted and keep us our minds going all the time. We
Stay away
rest.
from social media.
No social media. So you can't have it for 4 hours. 4 hours you rest. And so it's turning into 8 hours now, because the last two times people have stayed till 5 and 6 o'clock at night. And I'm like, well, they're really resting. But you know, but it's to help us to learn, even as women, we have to find ourselves some rest, because we can't keep
Mm,
carrying the burdens of our families and our work and all of these things, because people are not fulfilling their God-given purpose. If you don't rest, how can you fulfill your purpose? How do you even know how to know what you're here to actually accomplish? Because you don't rest. Mhm.
I am not supposed to ask another question, but somebody made a comment, and I have to ask a question based on this comment. Then Doc will take over. Joanne said they looked up to you to the point that they forgot to ask if you are okay. But in reality, you are barely trying to be okay. So most of the time we are misunderstood. Now, let me ask a question based on this. What does true strength mean to you today?
Today. Rest. You don't have to do everything. You're only one person, and release and let go.
Mm,
Don't carry things for too long. Don't carry unforgiveness. If something happens, just you dwell for one day and move on. Don't internalize what happened to you from your past. If you stay always thinking about what something has happened to you, if you stay the victim all the time, you will always stay from that place that's broken. Don't over analyze, constantly analyzing something over and over and over. That's a struggle that
mm,
I have. So I have to learn how to say, this is not my control. The way that it happened that way. There's nothing you could do to reverse it. Once things happen, it's happened. So you have to really just let go, and just tell people, I'm sorry, I'm just not strong enough for that. Tell your truth. Speak your truth. Learn how to. The one thing that we have a struggle with is communication on all fronts. People
Yeah.
do not know how to communicate their truth and their feelings because they're afraid
mm,
of losing people. If I say
mm,
something, the people are going to walk out of my life. I'm going to be alone.
mm,
You can't
mm,
be afraid to be alone, because what leaves out of your life is time. The time is up.
Wow.
You will get a replacement. Somebody will come and replace that's greater and better, that can help pour into you. So it has to be reciprocal. You have to connect with people who
mm,
you get energized, you get fuel from. If
mm,
you're drained all the time, those are bloodsuckers. Get them out. Move them away, because they're taking your energy from your purpose. So
mm,
if the person is always draining you, if you're having conversation with someone and you always feel like, oh my God, I'm so drained after talking to them, you probably would want to just, it's time to exit those people out of your life, you
mm,
know, um, and get people. When I leave conversations, if I don't feel energized, like I have a reason to keep going, then I'm not talking to the right person. So,
mm.
mhm,
So the lesson there, number one, so strength means rest.
Yeah.
yes,
Because when you rest, you will be refreshed.
yes.
So strength means rest. And secondly, don't carry grudges. Forgive. Don't carry when someone offend you, don't overanalyze it. Carry it for more than a day. In fact, if you can even not carry it up to a whole day, much better. But if you cannot, at least a day, then by the next day, make sure you let go, as it becomes a heavy burden. And wow, what a lesson. And if you are around someone who is always, that's another lesson I learned from what you just shared. If you are around or you are with someone who is always draining you, who is always pulling you down, who is always making you feel you are not good enough, you know, you let go, you know. And if somebody want to walk out or somebody want to leave, let them go. Don't force them to stay.
Mhm.
Okay? I think, Doc, that's what she said.
Yeah. Just My heart is so full.
Okay.
And
So
my
Doc,
questions have already been answered with
okay.
what you said earlier. I just want to add that knowing that you have been in the military, so I presume you have gone through a great deal of discipline and mental health conditioning. Yet, despite of that, you acknowledge that you have weaknesses. The importance of knowing your truth and speaking your truth. I really like that.
Mm,
And also taking care of yourself, being more empathetic and compassionate
mm,
with yourself. Because for so many, compassion is word addressed to other people. It's not
mm,
focused on oneself. So we really need to evaluate our lives every now and then. And journaling, as you suggested, is very helpful. Having a vision in life, knowing that you are headed to where you want to go and not just going around in cycles. So I
mm,
think I have to do a self check later. And
mm,
summing up with what you shared, rest is very important. And for me, it's an expression of self love.
mm.
So thank you so much, Latangela. I learned so much. Thank you so much for imparting your life
You're
to us
welcome.
this evening.
You know, one painful truth is this. Sometimes people only realize how much the strong one was carrying after they break down,
Yeah.
after they disappear, after they walk away or even die. And that reveals how unfairly heavy the pressure placed on them really was.
Mhm.
You know, and especially like you said, you are the first child. Uh, I'm not the first child, I'm the last born. So, and there are a lot of first. Doc, are you the first?
No, I'm the second born.
Oh, you're the second. Okay. So I know that first childs usually carry a lot of responsibilities, and you know, uh, oh my God. Okay, our time is almost, so let us conclude. Before Latangela, before everybody watching start crying like Dr. Raza, oh, my heart is so full, and some people listening to us could really might even feel emotional while listening to this, knowing because this could be talking to them. This it could be exactly the picture of who they are. So before they start crying and testing their therapies after this conversation, so let's lighten the mood a little as we close. I want you to tell us honestly, what is one thing strong people want what is one thing strong people are secretly tired of hearing?
Oh, you can handle that. You're strong. You can do it.
You can do it.
You can do
Yeah,
it.
you're strong. You can do it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. What's your excuse? You're strong. Or you hear, um, I didn't never really realize you had problems because you're so well put together. Are you serious? I'm like everybody else. I have problems, And yeah. Well,
Wow.
those are some of the things that I hear. Yeah.
And there is this common word that the religious people use. And they say, it's well, it's well. Have faith, it's well.
Yeah. Keep going,
It's
keep
well.
going, keep going. You can do it. God is your strength. He's your strength.
Okay, Judith says, I'm out of words. Your topic touches me deeply, and I learn a lot from what you shared.
Thank
I am also one of those people who doesn't know how to say no. I always end up saying yes to whatever they ask.
you.
Okay. So uh So final words before we close tonight, uh, Latangela. Uh, what final message would you like to leave for every strong person watching this conversation?
Learn to say no.
Learn to say no.
Yeah.
I like it. Learn to say no, not every time. Yes, 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 yes. Even when you are dying, you keep saying
Mhm.
yes. It's
Yeah.
killing you, and you keep saying yes.
Mhm.
Wow, Doc,
Yeah.
do you have any final word?
I just want to reiterate what she said earlier. Gather your friends and take time to rest together.
Mm, wow. What an honest, emotional, and powerful conversation tonight.
Yeah.
And I believe many people watching tonight realized something very important. Even the strongest people need support.
Yes.
Even the providers need peace. She said, rest. Even the helpers need healing. And sometimes the strongest smile, sometimes their smile hides the deepest pain. You see them smiling, but it's hiding the deepest pain, like what Joanne earlier said. Okay, to everybody watching tonight, we want to say thank you for joining us. And Latangela, thank you so much
Thank you so
for
much.
staying up this early just to be with us. We really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on another powerful episode of Real Life Talk Podcast. If tonight's conversation touched your heart, if tonight's conversation encouraged you or opened your eyes, please share this video with somebody else, okay, so that they can also learn. And remember this, the strong ones need love too.
Yeah.
The providers need support too. The helpers need healing too. Don't wait until the strong person breaks before you appreciate their burden. Don't appreciate them. Okay. Uh this has been Real Life Talk Podcast, real conversations, real people, real life. So I want to say God bless you. God bless you, everybody. Thank you all for joining us, and we appreciate you. And we'll see you again next episode. Have a wonderful night. I am your host, Austin Emeson,
I'm Raygene Manuel.
and our guest,
Latangela Rogers.
we appreciate you. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the night, and Latangela, enjoy your morning. Good morning. Okay. Bye bye, everyone.
Yeah. Welcome to the place where real people talk about real life.
This is Real Life Talk Podcast.
It's real life, real pain, real dreams, real stories. Ups and downs, battles, wins and glories.
No fake vibes, no filters, no disguise.
We keep it honest, we speak from inside.
This is Real Life Talk, where the truth comes out. Where we laugh, where we cry, where we heal from doubt. Every voice matters, every story belongs. Different lives, one conversation strong.
Real life talk, yeah, we keeping it real. Talking about the pressure and the things people feel. From heartbreak to hope, from struggle to light. We talk about life every day and night.
Everybody's fighting something nobody can see. Trying to survive while becoming who they're meant to be. So pull up a chair, let your real self speak. This is more than a podcast.
This is where hearts meet. Real conversations,
Real conversations.
real stories.